Hey lovies, and welcome back. We are on episode 7 of Kitch Alchemy, and today we will be making one of my favorite dishes that I had in Thailand, which is a green curry. If you have been following me on Instagram, are you following me on Instagram? Why not? So if you've been following me on Instagram, you will see that I have been documenting my journey. Feel free to go back and watch a highlighted reel of my experience in Thailand on my yoga page at Floetry Collective. There you will see just a tidbit of the journey. Let's get started. Quite a few ingredients today, but as always, a full list of the ingredients and their measurements will be beneath the video. So be sure to check that out and be sure to pay attention if you end up making this for yourself, whether it's teaspoon or tablespoon. We're gonna start by preparing our ingredients. Be right back. So the first thing we're gonna do is start by toasting our spices. Talking to one of the Thai chefs, she also used some white peppercorns. However, I don't have that, so you can skip it if you don't have it. I have coriander seed whole and cumin whole. We're gonna heat a non-stick skillet over low-medium heat, and we're gonna toast these spices for about 4 to 5 minutes. If you smell the spices and they smell burnt, that means the heat is too high. After toasting your spices for about 4 to 5 minutes, completely dry, no oil in the pan. Empty them into a mortar and pestle. If you do not have one, you can also drop these into a blender or a food processor. Using a gentle pounding motion, we're gonna grind these whole spices into a fine powder. And in case you're wondering why we are including this step, whether it's with your mortar and pestle or with the blender or the food processor, it's because the pounding motion or the chop releases the oils in the spices. So I know you can't smell it, but it's smelling really good.
It smells amazing.
Once your spices are a fine powder, you're gonna empty them into a container. We'll just put these back in the pan. And we'll set this aside. Now, an interesting ingredient I want to show you guys is galangal, which is in the ginger root family, I believe. This is a dried version, so I'm gonna do the best I can. I did not find this in a grocery store near me, as you can imagine. So, to our mortar, we're adding our shallots. Galangal, if you can't find that, you can substitute with ginger. Shallots, Thai red chilies, lemongrass, we've been going at this for about 5-6 minutes. This definitely is the most time-consuming, tedious part, but I promise you the effort is worth it. So I would say at the 6-minute mark, you're gonna take your ground up spices and add them into the paste. Let's see, hold on. Make sure we get it all in there. And continue for another 4 or 5 minutes. Very last step to our homemade paste, you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of shrimp paste. Now, this tends to get a lot of flack here in the West because it definitely doesn't smell the best. Smell it, cameraman.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no.
But guys, it's good. It makes it really tasty and it's authentic. So we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of shrimp paste and combine for about 60-90 seconds. Over a wok or a deep set skillet like I have here, you're gonna heat up 2 tablespoons of neutral high heat cooking oil. You guys know I like to use the avocado as it is high heat appropriate. We're gonna heat that up. Once the oil is hot, we will add 1 can of coconut milk, unsweetened, and stir for a minute, minute and a half. After that, then we will add our homemade paste into the mixture. Keep the heat on that medium and stir frequently for about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. I lowered the heat down just a smidge, so now we're on a low, medium, about a 4 out of 10. 30 seconds of stirring in our paste. Now we're going to add our palm sugar, our Kaffir lime leaves, Thai basil, and our vegetables. Stir for about 2 minutes and then add the chicken broth. We're just about done with our Thai green vegetable curry. At this point, after you've stirred in your broth, you're gonna do a taste test after stirring for a few minutes. At this point, this is where you'll add your salt. I'm using a flaky sea salt. Maybe if you wanna add a little black pepper, this is where you customize it to fit your individual taste. So here is our finished product. It is a vegetarian dish today. This is a Thai green curry. Now, you may be thinking, Vicky, it doesn't look super green. In Thailand, the green curry actually had a very pale green yellowish tint. It wasn't a very bright, you know, fluorescent neon kind of green. And so this is very versatile. You can use whatever vegetables you liked. I used bell peppers, eggplant, and you know, the garlic, onion, and all that today. But of course, you can substitute the eggplant with broccoli. You can do spinach. You can do squash or zucchini, this is completely customizable. And then of course, you can add any type of meat you would like to the dish. So, cameraman, come give it a try.
My baby is back!